Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. Today I am excited to show you guys this nail art tutorial that I filmed. As you guys seen from the thumbnail, it is Venom inspired, and it's kind of perfect because the new Venom movie just came out. So I'm really excited to show you guys how I created this look. Didn't film any application, so this is strictly nail art, but I hope you guys enjoy, so let's jump right into it. So this is the base we're working with. Here are some of the products you'll need to create the set. Black spider gel for the Venom, some black gel polish, sheer nude, some reds, some whites, and then of course you'll need your liner brushes, and then you'll need some 3D sculpting gel. I just used that one. So before I start, I like to clean the base of the nails with some acetone. Then I go in with the sheer gel polish and apply that all over the nails that I'm going to be using chrome on. I grabbed some of my chrome. I was kind of deciding which ones I wanted to use out of the holographic shimmery ones, and I couldn't decide, so I ended up doing the thumb and the index finger with one set and the other pinky and ring finger with the other color. So for your chrome, it's pretty simple. Make sure you cure the gel polish for 60 seconds or more, and then you take a clean beauty sponge and rub that on. Some people use their fingers, but I find that gets a little messy, so I prefer to use the sponge. And then I just go ahead and use the bottom side of that I didn't use to just wipe off any excess and make sure it's really shiny. And then I dust it off really well, and the next step I'm going to do is top coat it because I want the black Venom texture thing to be on top of the top coat. Now that it's all top coat and shiny, now you're going to want to grab a dotting tool, and I recommend using spider gel. You can use a regular black polish, but I think spider gel has the perfect consistency so it looks a little bit textured. So you're going to dip your dotting tool into the spider gel and kind of work it around. And with this design, you can really have some fun with it because it's abstract, so it can go any and everywhere. You can play around with it, do the whole nail, do half the nail, make some spots thicker, thinner. This is how my first nail came out. A tip for when you're using the spider gel, but also in general just black polish, because these colors are more opaque and they're not translucent, they don't cure the same way, so you have to make sure you're working in smaller, thinner layers, I guess. Otherwise, you can end up with the top layer being cured, but the middle part of it is uncured, and then that won't cure because the UV light isn't hitting it. So just work in layers, and then if you want to make a certain spot thicker, just go back over it. So for the ring finger, I decided to do the whole nail. This set is based off of a set I seen on Instagram. I'll put the picture somewhere there. And I really like the way the artist did it. She put Venom on the middle finger, so I thought it was cool that the Venom spewed the most on the ring finger. So this is how it looks when I'm done. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe the sticky layer. There wasn't much of a sticky layer, but I'm gonna wipe that off of the black. And now I'm going to take my black polish and start on the Venom. So the first step to creating Venom would be to paint a thin layer of black and then do a second coat over top of that. Once it's cured, cure your black for 60 seconds minimum. And then once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and take out some white polish on my little palette. And the next step is creating the eyes. So I started off kind of with a rough idea of how I wanted the eyes. I wasn't sure if I'm gonna make them bigger or not. And I used my dotting tool, and then I went in with my size 12 brush and created the fire kind of tilt that he has in his eyes. So I'm taking my time and doing this kind of slow in layers, just because when it comes to nail art, you want to use less, especially if you're doing an intricate design, because you can always go back and layer it more to make it more opaque. But if you start out too thick, it makes the nail look lumpy. The next step is doing the smile. I'm mixing two reds to kind of get that color that I want, because I didn't have the exact color. Making sure this smile goes from sidewall to sidewall and it's relatively thick. Now I'm taking that white that I had and a small dotting tool, and I'm making the teeth. I'm just doing the dots first, and then I'm going to go in with that same number 12 liner brush and make them pointy like his teeth look. And the teeth don't have to look perfect because, again, you can do another layer over top to fix any imperfections. But also, once it's all put together, it doesn't really matter if all the teeth look the exact same size and shape. So once you have it to a stage that you like, you can go ahead and cure that and then get started on the bottom row. It's really important when you're doing nail art that you cure in between each step so that you don't accidentally mess up your work by touching it by accident. And I'm repeating the same process. Instead, it's just going in an upward angle instead of a downward angle. And I left that little side blank because that is where the tongue is gonna go. And then, as I mentioned before, you're gonna go back and touch up whatever you feel like. After looking at this, I was like, his eyes need to be bigger. It doesn't look like Venom as much. It looks more like a pumpkin. So I went ahead and made the eyes a bit longer and a bit wider. So now that we got the face done, we're gonna move ahead and do the tongue. So I'm taking that 3D gel and I just rolled it out a little bit, and then I placed it on the spot that I wanted it to, and then I stretched it to wrap it around to look like his tongue wrapped around the nail. Then, to give the illusion of an actual tongue, I took a silicone tool and pushed it in to give some more depth. Next, I'm gonna mix a different red that's slightly more on the red side, and then I'm gonna go over the 3D element to make the tongue. In the movies, his tongue is like pink, but in the picture I seen, it was red, so I'm following the picture. And for some reason, I can't find where I did the darker red outline to give more depth to the tongue, but I did do that. Then I went ahead and fixed the eyes again because I felt like it needed to come down. There was too much space between the eyes and the smile. And finally, I'm just touching up the nail. Now that every element is done, I can like tweak whatever I want to tweak and make it look more realistic. And this design was super easy, even though it looks kind of complicated when you're looking at the whole thing. When you break it up into smaller pieces, it's really just circles and lines. Now all you have to do is top coat, and then you can admire the masterpiece you created in less than 30 minutes because this design is not as hard as it looks. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know in the comments what you guys want to see me try next time. And like, comment, and subscribe. Bye guys!